All right, y'all. We're going to talk about burnt ends, okay? We like to do pork cheeks. We like to do brisket burnt ends. We like to do blah, 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 but we're going to do pork belly burnt ends. Okay? So, got a 2-pound slab of pork belly here. Bang. And as you can see, looks a lot like bacon, right? But it's not. It's not bacon yet. It's pork belly. That's where the bacon comes from. So, I'm going to dice this baby into, what are those, 1-inch cubes?
Looks
Maybe
about
a little
right.
bit bigger?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there?
They're gonna shrink a little bit.
They are going to shrink. I got my shop dog down here.
Yeah, let me. Where you at? Oh, where you at? Hey!
Let's bring your kid to work, Dad.
All right.
All right, so
Put it in
we
the
also
bowl here.
have Rub 19, okay? So we're going to aggressively season this baby.
Yeah.
All right?
Really?
Salt and the sugar and onion powder, garlic powder, and stuff in there in the rub is gonna start to pull out some of the moisture in the meat. So we're gonna do this overnight, right? Forming our pellicle. Look it up. Talk about it all the time. All right, so those of us at home that are doing this, we're gonna make burnt ends. Now, classically, we smoke, right? We smoke. So I'm going to do this overnight on a rack in the fridge at home, whatever you're doing. Okay. So that is basically the first step. Now we're gonna go over to Cletus. We're gonna let this guy get up to 225 probably, and then we're gonna slow smoke. And really, what we're doing is, one, imparting a bunch of flavor with the smoke, but two, we're looking for that bark, right? You want to get these. It takes a long time. Excuse me. It takes a long time for belly to actually be done, right? Because it's a lot of working muscles in that fiber.
Yeah, break it down.
So you can't really over smoke it. Kind of depends on what you like. If you want a crazy smoky, you let it sit in there way longer. But really what you're doing is imparting flavor and putting a beautiful bark, right? A nice smoky crust on that baby. Now, those of us who don't have a smoker at home, if you're gonna do burnt ends, I want you to do this overnight in the fridge, take this rack and put it in the oven and give it a high, hot sear, right? 425, 450, 475, even 500 if you want to. It's gonna smoke your house out a little bit, but what you're doing is the exact same thing that you're doing in the smoker, you're just doing it faster. So that intense heat is gonna crust and make the outside crispy, right? So the classic burnt ends is called a 3-2-1 method, right? 3 hours smoke, 2 hours covered. So we're gonna toss this in our barbecue sauce, cover it, put it in the oven, and then 1 hour lid off, back in the oven to make it all glazy and gooey, right? 3, 2, 1, look it up. Burnt ends, basic method. So smoking at home, told you what to do. Then we're gonna toss it in the barbecue, put it in a pan, put a lid on it, cover with foil, whatever you're gonna do. Toss it in the oven, 325, slower and lower. Always the better way to go, slower and lower, don't rush it. And then when you start to get that fork tender, like I'm not gonna give you an internal temperature because this is gonna be a feel thing. You don't want this thing to be completely pulverized and fall aparty, but you want it to have a little bit of a fork doneness, if that makes sense. Then you take the lid off, stir it around, put it back in the oven, lid off, and all that juices and all the glazies and the gooeys and the barbecue sauce is going to make it all sticky.
Yeah.
It's fucking meat candy. It is meat candy, right? So smoke it or not, roast it, toss in barbecue sauce, braise it ish,
Braise
in the
it.
juice, when it gets to be that perfect doneness that you like, take the lid off, put it back in the oven, let it get all bubbly and gooey and ugh.
If that second step in the oven takes an hour or so, a couple hours, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's actually, you know what? It goes back to 3 hours smoke, 2 hours braise, 1 hour uncovered.
Okay.
That's the 3-2.
Okay. Perfect.
Classic.
2
And
hours
you can
braise.
you could do this with anything. Honestly, you could do it with chicken thighs, chicken legs, if you wanted to do it like that. The 3-2-1 method is kind of a classic barbecue method. But pork bellies, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
It's fucking pork belly.
that's pretty nice.
That's where it's at.
3, 2, 1.
Beef cheeks.
Ooh! Oh, we had some good beef cheeks. Oh yeah.
Beef cheeks.
That's
Beef cheeks are gonna take longer. That's probably gonna be like
Yeah.
a 5-4-3, not a 3-2-1. So
Yeah, stick
the
with the
bigger
easy.
the muscle,
Yeah.
the longer it's gonna take for all that connective tissue to break down, right?
Yeah.
So,
3, 2, 1 for pork belly though.
yeah, 3-2-1
2-1.
for pork belly, pork cheeks, all that stuff. Let's go.